So I managed to get some Q-tips because that's the only thing that will work. But the fan's still dirty. But I'm gonna see if I need to clean it and if it works, like if the sound goes away. Um, if it does, I'll just go ahead and clean my PC fans too, because I've never cleaned those actually. If it makes a difference, I'm gonna do it. So let's get started here. I've just using vinegar. Because fans can reduce, a dirty fan can reduce frame rate, and it can also cause like GPU frame rate if it, and I guess it could cause damage to it can cause overheating problems. So, and this fan happens to be very hard to clean. So you really have to be prepared for this. Like, look, that's one swab. Ignore the tenants here. They have the mind and capacity of a child. You'll hear that a lot. Like they play and play and play, and then like, you know, when this shit hits the fan, I'll just be on the sideline. But it's not my fault. One of them is retarded. So I have some empathy there. Yeah. God made its creatures. Someone retarded. We're just gonna see if the fan removes the like the frame rate did increase a little, but you know that could be a cause of turning the system off. Like the frame rate on my PC will increase if I turn it off instead of leaving on standby mode with 10 gigs. I mean the increase will be or if I turn off the processes, it's all like a increase due to something that I know about already, like not something that I don't know about, Like I don't know about spyware and hacking. I don't even know if my PC got hijacked or if I deleted my DC Universe account. Like when I do things and I'm in a rush and I do things really quickly, I tend to mess up. Now forget what I did. Then I'll have to test it over and over again, like the RAM, to make sure what it is. So I unplugged and plugged in the RAM like a week or two ago because I thought it was being hijacked. But how does someone or the Pentagon hijack your PC? What actually happened is uh it appeared that I was being hijacked, but I just installed my Windows repair tool previously uh, wrong from the previous hijack. Yeah, my Ps4 was hijacked. I don't know why. So I had to install Windows repair tool to get rid of the hijack. That'd be cool if science fiction was real, and like you could like put the like one single really powerful fan in the whole unit, like a small one that would just like shoot air like a laser, like a with high velocity, and it'd cool everything, like a super fan or something, you know. It'd be cool if you could increase the power for it to do that. Like an electromagnetic moped or something. Like I can actually increase the power of my moped for it to have unconventional means of science. But you know, the principle of that science is not there. Like, is everyone supposed to just start building coils in these things or something? Like, I just wouldn't know how that would work. The truth of the matter of fact is, the human race isn't smart enough. That's the truth. They're they're degenerated. They're not gonna make something simple into something complex. Their brain can't, you know, make the maze out of that. They can't connect the dots. Not like they can't even. Not only can't they do it easily, but they will they will briefly. It's like a brief thought to them. It's not a thought that sticks. They're degenerated basically. I know this is a fact because, like, I can't get around it. Like, how am I supposed to use power devices with complex coil systems? You know, like if I were to build a remote with like a miniature coil uh, attribute that increases the voltage of the remote. Why would that be relevant unless it was in my mindset? Oops. Um, we're almost done. I'm really trying to get in there though. Like uh, I'm trying to do a really good job because the Arabic guy who cleaned the fan, he got a temperature gun and he was like, yeah, he was like, this is 16 degrees or 163 whatever, that number that's hot. And then he's like, oh, and he brought it down a lot by like 20 degrees just by cleaning the fan. And it was an actual heat gun, so I'm relatively not gonna say he was lying about his video for views. So we're gonna do this and make sure that we didn't do this before because we didn't have Q-tips. And I was gonna go to Home Depot. But then I figured, what if Home Depot doesn't have a T8 or T9? So, or what if, I don't want to return it because I don't want to buy a $20 set. What if I have to return it or something? So we're doing this method. When am I ever going to use a T9? I'm never going to use that. So I'm just looking for spots of dust that I didn't get to. And the way, I can't actually get into the very small corners. So that's why we brought some cotton here. And some tweezers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get that. Even cotton wouldn't do that. It's worth a try. But I'm not gonna do it in every single fork. That'd take forever. Again, I don't want to be retarded here, but you have to do it like that. You have to put the cotton into the hole. And you have to do that to every single blade if you want to get that tiny corner that's unfortunately not significant. There's gonna be some dust there. Yeah, so I honestly don't know why his PS4 ran. I think it's a gimmick. And he didn't play a game on his PS4. Well, I think he did, to tell you the truth, is he just turned his PS4 on. After turning it off and playing a game and whatever, leaving it. After turning it on and playing a game and leaving it on, yeah, the temperature's gonna increase. And he was probably showing the temperature of it after a game was played. And then he turned it off, and then he's like, and let it cool for 24 hours, and then he was like, this would be a cool YouTube video to trick people. And, because people don't want to open the whole PS4 up, they might break something, true. One time, the first time I took up part, hold on. Yeah, my battery went out. Anyways, I totally forgot about it was what I was talking about while I thought my battery was still running was that was I'm just doing something I saw on a YouTube video. I'm trying to make sure that this guy isn't lying. I think he is actually. To tell you the truth, he probably is. Uh, he probably is lying, and I'll tell you why I think that might be the case. Hold on, now I've got a problem with this. Is the guy's probably lying because uh, he got a temperature gun and zapped the PS4 and was like, "This is a hot temperature," and then he got and then he cleaned it, and then he was like, "This is this is a good temperature." So we're actually trying to see if that's correct what he did or not. So yesterday I didn't thoroughly clean it, but like I got rid of most of the dirt on the fan, and it sounded the same exact thing. Maybe there was an increase in frame rate, but that's expected to happen if you turn a PS4 off and on and don't leave it in standby mode. Even on a PC, it'll be a difference. So we're gonna see if we need to, if this works. Like I'll even go ahead and clean my PC fans right now. I just don't think it works. I think he just got those views for. He got those. He just did something for views. I can instantly play a game and find out. Because my PS4 didn't used to sound like a turbine engine like 3 months ago. I think PS4s are just defective. They use cheap thermal paste, and what I think it is you have to you do have to take apart the PS4. You do have to put some thermal paste in there. I think there's no way around it. Um, it's a good system, right? But it's gonna sound like it's the loudest system I've ever encountered. Louder than the Xbox 360, louder than the Dreamcast. And maybe that's why the Xbox One is good, I just don't know these weird things. The Dreamcast is pretty loud. The quietest system I've ever had is the PS2, and the second quietest is GameCube Xbox. No, Xbox. The GameCube made kind of like a weird sound. Yeah. So it was probably Xbox. That was the quietest. No, it was probably PS2. I just don't remember PS2 ever making a sound. But this is ridiculous on the loud scale. Like I don't understand. And where's the power switch? Like I must have plugged this. I must have plugged this off like the hard way over like 10 times since owning it for a year or two. Because when I unplug it, that's because it freezes and it gets too hot, and none of the buttons respond. That's why you probably need a power switch. The power switch idea for the PS3 was a good idea. I don't know why they got rid of that. Yeah. So I don't know everything here, but it looks that looks about as clean as they'll ever get. And I missed one. Yeah, that's a miss. Huh. You know what? This fan goes really far in actually. Fuck. Okay, the cleaning has commenced to a greater scale of things. These fan blades go really far in there. And as I was also trying to say is that the human race is degenerated. Like they're kind of stupid if you think about it. They don't know a lot about technology. Otherwise, they would make a coil system for powering devices off grid like remotes and stuff. There's a way to power up to take the voltage out of a battery, make it greater, and then put it back into the battery by really low amperage. They don't have the mindset of complex things though. They're stupid basically. Um, to do something complex, right? You need a complex mind. You can't have 1% of that thought. You need like more than 10% of that thought. And if and you know that's why they don't that's why they can't build self-recharging cars, or you know they can't go beyond where they are because they technically only have something like 1% of what's required for advanced for civilizations to advance, which is 10%. Like I think that you need a more complex brain and a more complex thought process. Like my theory actually is that the thought process needs to be so complex that you get to dispel all illusion. And that includes illusions about Atlantis and stuff. Because illusions become delusions. Something fake. Like, yeah, I think we're done. We're gonna see if we can, you know, see if this stupid turbine makes that noise about a turbine. Basically, they're dumb, but they're really smart in these apps and stuff. Like, they could probably control your PC settings and how your power supply functions, and they could probably even control your they could probably even control your PS4's fan turbine. Who knows? I don't know if like software, background software, or stuff like that can do that. It might be able to. All those people complaining about a fake PS4 are probably getting rigged. They're probably getting rigged by the higher ups, which aren't so high up sometimes. Yeah, so I decided to just use ordinary screws because I don't want to strip those other screws up. So we're using some blatant rounds. And I could only find 2 at the present time. I'm not going to put 4 in. Okay, well, where the hell is the screwdrivers? What the? I'm not saying they're dumb or anything. It's the general consensus of it is the word not smart. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they don't have a mind of a civilization that's more complex. Like, why would ants? Why would I go to a civilization of ants to say hi? I recommend this. It's actually pretty good if you get marks and stuff, which I do a lot. It's just some alcohol Lysol tabs, but it has a grittiness to it, so the marks might be able to come off. And the often equate themselves to like a god or the god, you know, and that's also dumb, you know, because you don't want to mess with God. Anyways, I think I'm done, and if this works, we will be we'll happily be able to recommend cleaning the PC fans out every 3 months or so too. Like I said, Dreamcast and Xbox don't have these problems because my theory is that they're built correctly. As a matter of fact, I was wondering if the power supply was an issue. That grid doesn't transfer voltage too well. That wouldn't cause a high voltage of the fan. That would just cause something to go off though. You know, that would cause some sort of bad contact. You gotta check everything to make sure you're not skipping anything here. Yeah, so I'm gonna play some Ps4 and we're gonna see if it works or not for a second time. The first time I kind of didn't have these swabs and I was a little bit tired, so I just blew on it and used a duster. And I just used that fan because it looked so bad that there was like an inch of layer of dust. There's a lot of dust on the Ps4. So the first time was actually a mistake. Or, you know, a way to... It was just yesterday, it was a way to get the Ps4. Yeah, ignore the trash. I definitely have to clean up. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just going by the days, and, you know, things get older, they might have to be sold or abandoned. Yeah. Wow. I don't hear a damn thing. Like, it's louder, right? But this is where it's supposed to hit turbine mode right here. But that's quite silent for turbine mode. Wow. Just cleaning off that fan does that. Wow. It must be like really precise in voltage or something for it to go off a CPU like that. That's amazing. But it might hit turbine mode any time though, you know. Oh my gosh, I think I will go ahead and clean off my PC fans. I might even recommend doing that to any fan, you know. Yep. and the frame rate, I noticed from yesterday, just by cleaning it off, it did hit turbine mode, but just by blowing off the dust, the frame rate went back to normal. Like, the frame rate was stuttery, you know. It was very stuttery before. So, wow. I think I've a niche of what to do. Oh, wait. There it is. Damn it. You hear that? Yeah, I think the PS4 just has a design flaw. Let's just face it. It has a design flaw, or like you have to put, or you have to put thermal paste on it, and that's retarded because, you know, they're using cheap thermal paste apparently. Like, there's no way of getting rid of that sound without some severe, you know, without some, you know, without putting thermal paste on the CPU. I'll tell you why I think that. Because my PC did the same thing. And I put new thermal paste on it, and it stopped doing that weird sound. Like, when it boots up, the power supply would go into hyper mode. So nothing to do with the fan. And just to prove it to everyone that guy who did that is a YouTube gimmick. Here's my evidence, you know. I cleaned every single fan blade out, and although the frame rate did go up, you have to take note that the fan was in really bad condition. Like, it was in a layer of a lot of dust. I'm not sure, actually. You know what? I would just recommend doing that. I just recommend doing that. Because right now, it's silent again. Like, it's not going in hyper turbine mode. So, I did fix it, never mind. I was just speculating because the sound is kind of loud, but maybe it was always loud. I just don't remember how a PS4 is supposed to sound. But, I think a PS4 is just supposed to sound like that, to tell you the truth. Alright, now it's going higher and higher, like it's gonna explode. Ridiculous. It must be a design flaw. I do like the PS4's controller for games like this, especially for one-player games. I don't like it too much for games like World of Tanks or multiplayer games, unless they're first-person shooters. Like, yeah. But that's so strange that the PS4 is so freaking loud. You know what it could be? I think the wall doesn't absorb the heat, and it could be that the wall that I had it on insulated the PS4 and it got worse to the point of new thermal paste worse. I don't know. But the increase in frame rate, like if your fan is really dirty, it'll go a little bit slower and the frame rate will decrease due to temperature. I know that's a fact. So I do recommend this method, but I don't think it will get rid of the sound issue. I think thermal paste would get rid of the sound issue. Yeah, so it's not called frame rate. I think it'd be called like, it's called like stuttering. Like the system will start stuttering, and that's not necessarily a frame rate issue. Like PC is very known for that, for stuttering issues. It's just it's where the system gets too hot. And my problem was ignoring the issue for about a year. It probably started occurring a year ago, but no, a few months ago actually. It started occurring a few months ago, but you know, it was probably building up for a year for it to do that. The thermal paste is basically probably dried and cracked, which means I have to get a T9 or T8, whatever, which sucks, but you know, that's what I'm gonna do to get it fixed again. Yeah.